Friends, have you ever heard the term being professionally unreasonable? I heard this term several years ago from someone whom I was coaching when he described this as an ask his manager made of him. And since then, this term has kind of stuck on to me, and I've thought about it immensely. So, what does it mean for a leader to be professionally unreasonable with his team or one or more team members? Uh, I'd like to first say what it doesn't mean. According to me, being professionally unreasonable does not mean making unreasonable demands on your team at all times as a habit, as a bad habit. Professionally unreasonable does not mean being unprofessional in your conduct with your team members. Professionally unreasonable does not also mean tough love. Tough love is actually about being deliberately tough with someone to help that person get better, improve, get out of a difficult spot. So it's different from tough love. To be professionally unreasonable is the ability of a leader at some times or occasions to ask of his team something which may appear to be unreasonable as an ask, appear to be difficult, appear almost impossible. But given the circumstances, uh, it might be necessary for the leader to make that unreasonable demand. Right? Have you heard some leaders tell their teams, I don't care what you do, I don't know how you will solve this, but I want you to solve it. You find the resources, but I want you to fix this. I know this is difficult, but we have no choice. We have to make this turnaround, and so on and so forth. So, there are many circumstances when it becomes necessary for leaders to know that what they are asking for seems very difficult, given the resources, seems unreasonable, but under those circumstances, still professional ask. Now, why is it important for a leader to have the ability to be professionally unreasonable? It is important because there are occasions in the life of an organization or a team when the circumstances are tough, and it may be necessary for the leader to have that emotional courage to ask of his or her team things which appear difficult and push the team to raise to that occasion and deliver what they thought was until that moment impossible. In fact, arising out of being professionally unreasonable are great stories that teams share about how they overcame some extremely difficult circumstances to deliver astonishing results. But to be professionally unreasonable, it is important that it is not an everyday habit. It is done in the interest of overcoming a difficult situation for the team or the organization, or in the interest of customers. It was done in a manner that was respectful and supported with being available to the team or even leading from the front when you are being professionally unreasonable. It's not that you're abandoning the team and saying, you figure out, I'm not there. It is to say that we need to do this. I know this is unreasonable, but we don't have a choice. I find this especially important for leaders who have a need to be popular, a need to be liked, who have a difficulty in taking a firm stand on performance, to develop the ability to once in a while try and be professionally unreasonable. And therefore, the question I would like to ask you is, have you worked with leaders and managers who have been professionally unreasonable? What have you learned from it? Have you had occasions when you have been professionally unreasonable? And has it worked for you? And what do you think about being professionally unreasonable?